Hello, Tal. Good evening, Omanel 1000. Holding point runway 27 left, ready for takeoff, Omanel 1000.
Oman Air 1000, Philadelphia Tower. Good evening, sir. Flight heading 230, wind 300 at 10, runway 27 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear takeoff, and after the departure, we are to take the heading 230 left, Omanel 1000. Airborne Collision, how to avoid. Introduction. Hello, this is Ray Cardozo again, and welcome to our Clear to Climb lessons, the ultimate solution for your ICAO test. You are about to start one more listen and interact lesson, and today's topic is Airborne Collision, how to avoid. This lesson is based on an FAA advisory circular that talks about TCAS and mid-air collision. As always, we will begin the lesson with the read-through. So this is the main text, read-through for airborne collision, how to avoid. Let's get started. Hello, hi again, good to see you. Airborne collision, how to avoid, main text. In many parts of the world, aircraft with more than 19 passenger seats or greater than 15,000 kilos of maximum takeoff weight are required to be equipped with TCAS. TCAS stands for Traffic Collision Avoidance System. Insurance companies recognize the value of TCAS as demonstrated by the lower insurance premiums for equipped aircraft. Despite the onboard technology, airborne collision avoidance is also based on the rules of the air and air traffic control. TCAS generates a traffic alert for airplanes which are predicted to come unhealthily close. The traffic alert generated by TCAS draws the flight crew's attention to the conflicting traffic. If the situation continues to deteriorate or to degrade, or if the conflicting traffic continues to approach, then TCAS issues a resolution advisory like climb, descend, adjust vertical speed, adjust, etc. In summary, if the situation continues to deteriorate, TCAS issues a resolution advisory. A resolution advisory is a warning issued by the Traffic Collision Avoidance System, the TCAS, indicating that collision with another airplane is imminent. It is a display and audio indication given to the pilot. When the threat has passed, TCAS removes the resolution advisory and the device is clear of conflict. It means that the flight crew should then return the aircraft to the ATC assigned level. It means that the traffic is no longer a factor. It means that it won't bother you any longer. The maneuver is usually sufficiently gentle that for most passengers it goes unnoticed. TCAS comprises a number of functions. TCAS functions are surveillance, collision avoidance, crew alerting and coordination with other TCAS units. TCAS is implemented as an extension of the transponder. Okay, that is the end of the main text read-through for airborne collision, how to avoid. Let's move on with the question and answer part of our listen and interact lesson. Your tutor will tell the whole story again, and this time, as always, he will ask questions. Let's get started. Airborne collision, how to avoid. Listen and interact lesson. In many parts of the world, aircraft with more than 19 passenger seats or greater than 15,000 kilos of maximum takeoff weight are required to be equipped with TCAS. So, in the whole world, Aircraft are required to be equipped with a TCAS, right? No, not exactly. In many parts of the world, right? Not in the whole world. In many parts of the world, aircraft with more than 19 passenger seats or greater than 15,000 kilos of maximum takeoff weight are required to be equipped with a TCAS. And which aircraft are required to be equipped with a TCAS? Exactly. Aircraft weighing 15,000 kilos or greater are required to be equipped with TCAS, which is the same thing as saying that aircraft greater than 15,000 kilos of maximum takeoff weight are required to be equipped with TCAS. Now, what does TCAS stand for? That's it. TCAS stands for Traffic Collision Avoidance System. Insurance companies recognize the value of TCAS as demonstrated by the lower insurance premiums for equipped aircraft. So, fire crews recognize the value of TCAS, right? No, not fire crews. Insurance companies recognize the value of TCAS. Insurance companies recognize the value of TCAS as demonstrated by the lower insurance premiums for equipped aircraft. And how do they demonstrate that? How do the companies demonstrate that they recognize the value of TCAS? Well, by charging lower insurance premiums for equipped aircraft. Insurance companies recognize the value of TCAS as demonstrated by the lower insurance premiums for equipped aircraft. The premiums are cheaper, right? Now, are the insurance premiums higher for TCAS equipped airplanes? Are they more expensive? No, they are lower, right? The insurance premiums for TCAS equipped airplanes or aircraft in general, right, are cheaper. They are not more expensive. They are cheaper. Despite the onboard technology, airborne collision avoidance is also based on rules of the air and air traffic control. So, airborne collision avoidance is also based on the pilot's linguistic proficiency, right? No. Airborne collision avoidance is also based on the rules of the air and air traffic control. TCAS generates a traffic alert for airplanes which are predicted to come unhealthily close. Okay, which airplanes or which aircraft does TCAS generate a traffic alert for? For airplanes which are predicted to come unhealthily close, right? For airplanes which are predicted to what? For airplanes or aircraft, right, which are predicted to come unhealthily close, dangerous close, right? The traffic alert generated by TCAS draws the flight crew's attention to the conflicting traffic, okay? The TCAS draws the flight crew's attention to the conflicting traffic. So, whose attention is called to the conflicting traffic? The flight crew's attention, right? The pilot's attention. The traffic alert generated by TCAS draws the flight crew's attention to the conflicting traffic. When something is said to draw the attention to something, it means that it calls the attention to something. So, to draw the attention and to call the attention have both the same meaning. What is the traffic alert issued by ETCAS? It's traffic, traffic, traffic. The alert issued by TCAS is traffic, traffic, traffic. If the situation continues to deteriorate or to degrade, or still, if the conflicting traffic continues to approach, then the TCAS issues a resolution advisory like climb, descend, adjust vertical speed, adjust vertical speed, etc. Important to learn. On the transponder panel, we can set the knob to TARA, and these letters stand for Traffic Advisory and Resolution Advisory, respectively. So, in summary, if the situation continues to deteriorate, TCAS issues a resolution advisory. TCAS issues a resolution advisory if the situation continues to what? To deteriorate, right? If the situation continues to degrade or to deteriorate, TCAS issues a resolution advisory like climb, descend, adjust vertical speed, etc. What does TCAS issue in case the situation continues to degrade? A resolution advisory, right? TCAS issue a resolution advisory like climb, descend, adjust vertical speed, etc. If the situation continues to degrade or to deteriorate, TCAS issues a resolution advisory. Again, if the situation continues to degrade or to deteriorate, TCAS issues a resolution advisory. Again, RA is a warning issued by the Traffic Collision Avoidance System, TCAS. Remember, repetition is the name of the game. What exactly is a resolution advisory? It's a warning issued by the Traffic Collision Avoidance System, TCAS, indicating that collision with another airplane is imminent. It is a display and audio indication given to the pilot. A resolution advisory means that the pilot has to execute an evasive maneuver. What is the warning issued by the TCAS? It is a display and audio indication given to the pilot. The alert is a warning comprised of a display and audio indication. Why does the pilot have to execute an evasive maneuver? Because a mid-air collision with another airplane is imminent, right? Okay, so what does the pilot have to execute when he receives a resolution advisory? An evasive maneuver. A resolution advisory means that the pilot must execute an evasive maneuver. A resolution advisory requires that the pilot execute an evasive maneuver. What is an evasive maneuver? It is a maneuver that may require an abrupt change in altitude and thrust to avoid a mid-air collision. What is the resolution advisory issued by a TCAS? Well, it can be descend, climb, adjust, adjust vertical speed, etc. And when the thread finally passes, the TCAS removes the resolution advisory and advises clear of conflict. So, when the thread finally passes, TCAS advises to continue climbing, right? No, when the thread finally passes, TCAS removes the resolution advisory and advises clear of conflict. It removes the resolution advisory, okay? A threat is a potential danger, right? That's what threat means. What does threat mean? A potential danger, right? A threat is a potential danger or means a potential danger. When TCAS advises clear of conflict, it means that the flight crew should then return the aircraft to the ATC assigned level. It means that the traffic is no longer a factor. It means that it won't bother you any longer. The flight crew should then return the aircraft to the ATC assigned level. When the traffic is no longer a factor, what should the flight crew do? Return the aircraft to the assigned level. When the traffic is no longer a factor any longer, the flight crew should then return the aircraft to the ATC assigned level. Now, is the maneuver usually sudden, abrupt, or is it smooth? The maneuver is usually sufficiently gentle that for most passengers it goes unnoticed. With me, again, unnoticed, unnoticed, unnoticed. So it's smooth, right? It's sufficiently gentle that for most passengers it goes unnoticed. Now, do most passengers notice the maneuver? Notice, okay? Notice. Do most passengers notice the maneuver? No, the maneuver is usually smooth, gentle, so that it goes unnoticed for most passengers. So most of them do not notice the maneuver. Does anybody notice the maneuver? No, nobody notices the maneuver. Emphasize the S, okay? Notices. Nobody notices the maneuver. And why? Why don't people notice the maneuver? Because it goes unnoticed for most passengers. Since it's smooth and gentle, it goes unnoticed for most passengers. And why does it go unnoticed? Well, because the maneuver is usually smooth and gentle, right? The maneuver is usually smooth and gentle. This is why nobody notices the maneuver, or nobody notices the maneuver. TCAS comprises a number of functions, or TCAS comprises a number of functions. This is the statement. Now the question: does TCAS comprise only one function? No. The statement says that it comprises a number of functions, right? It means that it consists of several functions, or it comprises several functions, or still that it's composed of several functions. You can also say that it's comprised of a number or several functions. Okay, it's comprised of a number or several functions. 4 ways of saying the same thing. This is one of the skills that you have to show in any exam or test, to rephrase, right? To consist of, to comprise, to be composed of, or to be comprised of. All of them have the same meaning. TCAS functions are surveillance, collision avoidance, crew alerting, and coordination with other TCAS units. So, what are TCAS functions? What are TCAS functions? They are surveillance, collision avoidance, crew alerting, and coordination with other TCAS units. TCAS is implemented as an extension of the transponder. Now, TCAS is implemented as an extension of the weather radar, right? Absolutely not. It is implemented as an extension of the transponder, not the weather radar. What does radar stand for? By the way, what does radar stand for? Radar stands for radio detection and range, okay? It stands for radio detection and range. Okay, that brings us to the end of one more Clear to Climb lesson. Listen to it many times for at least once a day for 1 week. Less than 1 full week is not enough. 1 week is okay, but more than 1 week is much better. Check the list of vocabulary and phrases. Always check the current legislation and updated information. Stick to this method and you will be unbeatable. See you next time. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.